Hey y'all. So, really quick, I just wanted to share how gang stalkers F up every time, how they mess up every time. Because I just didn't want to be rude to the man. Because in person, like, regardless of what you see on the internet about me, look, seeming like I'm pretty feisty and hard to talk to, people were intimidated by me even when I was polite because of the powerful energy that I carried. And I wasn't even aware of it myself back then, but it was thanks to people telling me. Even the last person who told me was back in 2022, excuse me, when I was at this food cart and he was trying to do something to me, and I was just minding my business making a video about what I was going to do in honor of my grandmother. And then he just came over to me and said, "You're very powerful," because I just effed myself up really bad. It was something he said like that, like he hurt his finger pretty bad. And he was a skateboarding gang stalker. It was a grown ass man. I could tell he was at least 30 years old, if he wasn't 35 to 45 years old, outside gang stalking by me. At nighttime, I went to this woman who has a food cart. Well, she actually works for a food cart guy. And she gives free food sometimes to people out there. And a couple times I dropped her off at her house in Beaverton, Oregon. And she's I, a Middle Eastern. I'll just say a Middle Eastern because I don't know what part from Arabia she is. She speaks Arabic. So, and she's like the little bit more olive, like fair complected, but not complete. She's almost closer to brown, but she's not like black. She's not like the Somali people who speak Arabic. But I dropped her off a couple times and she told me a little bit about her family and such and such. But anyways, behind her is this building that has this beautiful architecture and it has like faces on it. One day I'll go downtown and show you where I was at. And he just came, he was doing, like, I was in the middle of making a video, and then he just starts coming over there skateboarding by me, making noise and spinning around and doing some crazy tricks and stuff. And he just out of the blue, in the midst of me making that video, that's why they took my phones. Like I said, I had too much proof of the organized gang stalking. So anyways, the guy told me midway of me talking about how I'm gonna do something in the future to honor my grandmother, because I know she was taken out of greed. And I'm so fucking furious about that. I'm angry, but I still have peace at the same time to just sit back and relax and watch the Most High and my angels and my ancestors take over, as well as other people's angels and ancestors take over, and bring justice for all these people who've been um, um, unjustly sacrificed. It pisses me off because there's even people in my family who know about it. They're hanging on by a thread. That's why none of them talk to me now. They know that I know. But anyways, so this Caucasian man with spiky hair told me, he was like, "You're powerful because I just messed my finger up. I hurt my finger pretty bad," or something he said he did to his finger. He was looking at it and he said it was bleeding. So and then in the middle of that, I was like, "Oh, okay." I was just thrown off by it, by him telling me that. That's not the first time I heard something like that. Sorry, I'm still going through some of the weather changes, by the way. Um, I do have allergies. God damn, I'm so sick and tired of it. I'm gonna take some Benadryl or some shit. I feel like that movie Garfield when he's like, "Give me the Benadryl, give me the Benadryl." But anyways, this dude hurt his finger. It was bleeding. I don't know what trick he did. He came over there in the middle of me minding my business making a video. That's when I didn't know about GameStop. I was like, what the freak was this guy doing? That's when I knew people were like following me just to harass me and do stupid shit. And he told me I was powerful because he hurt himself. So it made me think, what was he doing for him to hurt himself, and realize that I was powerful because he hurt himself. That pissed me off when I thought about it. I was like, and he knew he had got his ass out of there after he told me that. Because I didn't chase the white dude around in the city before for throwing rocks at my car with a knife. And people seen it. They were laughing. And it became fun to me to the point I couldn't believe a guy was actually running from me. So I just left him alone. I walked back to my car peacefully and got in the car and walked away. I had pulled a knife out on a couple men who did shit. One of them broke my mirror off my car with a basketball in his bag. I promise you he wouldn't do that shit again. He thought because I was a woman, he saw me. My windows weren't tinted in my Honda CRV. I had a nice Honda CRV too, and it had a good ass engine. I wish I never sold that car. I wish I would have just got it fixed instead of selling it. Because it was just like a radiator issue, but I sold it instead. Well, anyways, I chased that guy down with a knife. It was an Indian dude, a Native American, and he was walking with a black dude, and they tried to think because they were pedestrians, they could just walk across the street and make the traffic stop. So he hit my freaking mirror and broke it off with a basketball in a bag he was carrying. And baby, I promise you. And then after that, he had got a what you call, I saw him riding around town with a bike that was an electric bike. I don't see that nigga no more though. I'm gonna go over there one day and see if he's still there around there, but I don't think so. And other people saw me chasing after his ass in the street. I stopped traffic and got out the car and chased his ass with a motherfucking knife. I was like, don't you fucking do that shit no more, nigga. Because he wasn't gonna fix it, but then the other Masons fixed it. But the reason they fixed it is because they were doing stuff hoping that I would join I would become a co-Mason. And I had reached out to Brother Rosario, so they almost had me, but I didn't do it because of some message I typed to them in the email, and it just disappeared because I was asking information that if they got it and didn't respond, that was gonna be my answer, because I was asking if I could get out of it if I saw that it was not something for me. And then all of a sudden, I was in the middle of typing, and then it just disappeared off the whole thing. I said, I ain't finna retype that shit. And I was like, you know what? And that's a motherfucking sign. So, what did do, Brother Rosario? I had saw and got energetically that he was watching me too before they put me in the psychiatric hospital. That's why they say I know too much. And you stupid as fuck, because you send people that tell me that I know too much. That's where the back to what I'm talking about. That's where this video is about how you guys send people who tell me that I know too much. That's how y'all fuck up, and then you do the same tactic every time. Excuse me. And that's what I wanted to talk about, is how you send people who say stuff. This Mexican man they sent to me named Gustavo. That's probably not even his real name. They just gave him a name to use. But his name was Gustavo, and I met him at Sportsman Warehouse after I got out of there when I saw I couldn't buy the gun. Because the dude was like, that being said, you have to wait 33, like 30, 31, 32, 33 days before you could come back in here and try to buy a gun from us again. I ain't going back to that motherfucker. Shit, fuck y'all motherfuckers. I'll buy a gun off the street before I buy from y'all bitch ass. But I'll go buy a gun legally if I can, or I'll use. Anyway, I won't say that, but um, I ain't gonna buy no gun illegally because I already know it's gonna have some bodies on it anyways. I'll be like, I ain't killed them motherfuckers. They'll be like, well, they'll try to blame me, like frame me or some shit like that, even though I wasn't there at the time of the crime. It could have been years ago. And I was locked up or in jail or working at a job, and they'll still try to say, well, you got the gun that has that body on it, so you're going to jail. That's the last thing I need. But anyway, so what I wanted to talk about was Gustavo. All of a sudden, I started talking to him, because they fuck up every time. Y'all know I'm gonna talk to these people and they gonna wind up revealing it and telling me the truth, but you still steady keep sending these MFs in to try to excuse me, distract me. So, and it just came out of energy. And on top of that, my son just pulled some cards. When I went to go to use the bathroom, he brought his ass in the room and pulled some cards and put it in order for me too. I'm like, how the hell he did that? I'm like, who told your little ass to go start reading cards? I was like, I knew my son was gonna pick up on it though, because he just like me. Excuse me. And then he gonna put it in order. He gave me a message too. I ain't gonna talk about what it was right now to save time. But I said, okay, thank you, son. That ain't the first time he came in use for me when it came to certain stuff about messages and stuff. He had clicked on a video I need to watch, and I had got a message. It's a video I would have never watched. I was like, thank you, son. He only 2 years old, baby. There's still a lot of mucus in my system. Don't worry, I'll be eating some garlic and making my own juices to clear it out of my system, and then I'll try the seaweed shit they got to clean the mucus out of my system. I thought it started from the allergies because I don't feel sick. It's just like, well, anyways, that's not important. I just want to really quick say how Gustavo, I met him at Sportsman Warehouse. I already spiritually felt, they know that I felt it, that they were sending people there because they knew I was planning on buying a gun. Bitch, if y'all motherfuckers ain't stupid as fuck, I don't know what is. You can't stop me from getting a gun until somebody don't want me to buy a gun. Yeah, not legally. You don't want me to buy a gun. I don't have a felony. So if me being on that government watch list is gonna stop me from buying a gun, I'm gonna know you full of shit and you gonna force me to reveal more shit. And in fact, instead of me, and since I couldn't do the background check part, that's why those men didn't help me at the Sportsman Warehouse, and this taller white dude named Anthony who worked there deliberately just chose to walk away at that time. In fact, I might go back to that store and show them, but I promise you, the day I go, he gonna somehow not be there working, and show you the motherfucker who it was. And then he had this cocky, arrogant attitude, like he was all that and shit. But and he taught me how to use the gun, so I appreciate that. But I was like, motherfucker, y'all bitches know what the fuck y'all niggas is doing. Y'all don't want me to buy a gun because I'll kill y'all motherfucking ass too. But I ain't gonna kill nobody, y'all. The only way I would kill somebody is if they're trying to kill me, and they know it because of a man that they sent that was 6'4" with big hands and was taller than me. He was beating on me and shit, and I didn't fight him back because he was a bigger man. But then I got pissed off to the point I was like, "Fuck this shit! I'm finna fuck your ass up," and that's exactly what I did. He didn't touch me no more after that. I had a hematoma on the left side of my face. Even one of my so-called friends seen it, and she went and got me some ice to put on my face. And I heard later on that sometimes that's an area that can kill people. He tried to call himself killing my motherfucking ass. That nigga know I'll kill his motherfucking ass. That's why they call me a dangerous woman. It's about 3 men out here in Portland, Oregon who know me as dangerous. And I don't like that they put that title on me but it is what it is. They the ones who's dangerous because they go out here pretending they're helpful men when they out here trying to sacrifice people. There's one man, I don't even see his ass no more. I won't be surprised if they sacrificed him. And he might have been a clone. That's another story. But anyways, I'm going to make another video about talking about this. So it's in the beginning of the video about how they sent Gustavo at Sportsman Warehouse to hit on me. Because it was crazy how as soon as I was done with buying the gun, he come flying through the parking lot and stops real hard and to let me cross the street so he can. I realized later he stopped so he could see what car I go to so that he can come and talk to me. I wasn't even paying no attention to him like that. And then he came over to the car and said, "Hey," I almost bagged up and left that. Now I know when I have the feeling to just be rude and do that shit, just go ahead and do it because I'm saving myself the time and the energy. And I was polite. I gave the motherfucker my number. I was like, okay, well, maybe I need to chill out and not be so, like, rude or, like, dismissive. But when I do that, I wind up finding out more information. And then I find out this dude, he went to Sportsman Warehouse, but he slowly, as we were talking, I found out he works around where I live at. So I don't find it hard to believe that he was sent out there to distract me. And that's why when I pulled some cards, the word amphibian came out in distraction because he wanted to take me fishing and he was a distraction. It said amphibian distraction. So I knew. I don't know if I can find it that quick. But amphibian and distraction, I had wrote Matrix. Amphibian, it got that spiritual energy around it, bro. And Lamborghini and Ferrari kept coming out. Let me see. STD, STI, because I knew that there was motherfuckers trying to come back and try to give me some shit. And there's one dude who actually gave me STD or STI, and I healed myself naturally from it. And then the same day that I found out I healed myself naturally from it, the Lovejoy Legacy Health called me and said something about me not having that disease anymore, that my body fought it off. So, yeah, that's why I knew these motherfuckers is full of shit. Anyways, I can't find it right off the bat, but I wrote a card that said amphibian. And it was mostly for my own messages, but in the future, when I get better, I might start reading for the collector, but I don't like doing that really because of how I see it happens for other readers when people get mad and they start speaking certain stuff. And then you be like, nigga, if the message ain't for you, that's why it don't resonate. Tell them this is not my message. They be getting mad at the reader, like it's all about them. I get it though, because sometimes you want it for free. You want to get the stuff for free, and you know that reader is a good reader. And then when you see that they ain't giving you a message that pertain to you, it pisses you off because you know they're really good, and you want them to tell you something for free without you having to pay, especially if you can't afford to pay at the time. But yeah, I can't find it at this moment really quickly. But anyways, I wrote some cards, but I saw I had to make more cards or write messages on the back of these cards to like phrases instead of just the words. Some of them have phrases, but not all of them. But anyways, airplane, helicopter. Yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys because I'm wanting to share how they mess up every time because they do shit. So anyways, this Mexican guy, Gustavo, asked me, he saw that I wasn't trying to go on a date with him because how fast he was trying to rush me on a date with him. So he said, "Do you like white guys?" I was like, in my mind, I got pissed. I was like, what the fuck he asking me that shit? Because it made me feel like you trying to find out what guy I like so you can go back and tell them motherfuckers so they can send that guy in. And you ain't gonna do nothing but get their ass fucked up. Why would you think I like white guys? Tell me that. Why would you just ask me, do I like white guys? Because you see, I ain't trying to get with your motherfucking ass. You trying to figure it out. You want to know why you trying to figure it out, nigga? Because your motherfucking Mexican ass know that them black bitches, when I wasn't going to trust no niggas, trust me, y'all ain't no too far off from niggas. You Mexican motherfuckers. Because I didn't see Mexicans call themselves nigga right in front of me when I was at, what's that motherfucking store called? Um, not Don Pedro, but Javier's. Yeah, Javier's. Right off Lombard. I stopped going to that motherfucker because they start having this younger, ignorant ass, younger either he I don't think he a teenager. He probably about 24, 23, 22 years old. But he an ignorant ass motherfucker and he work at the counter. He be on his cell phone. I'm like, y'all don't see this shit? They be rude than a motherfucker. One Mexican dude looked at me looking in the window while I was smoking my cigar. I was mad as hell because I'm like, if y'all came to our store and you receive that store, you'll have a group of Mexicans trying to come fuck with their motherfucking ass. But you expect for us to just accept the disrespect, bitch? Please, motherfuckers. So, anyways, he mad because I'm not giving in to him. He want to go fishing so fast. He want to take me out to eat so fast. I told him, finally told him why I'm not so trusted to let somebody take me out to eat so quickly because of what my baby dad did when he poisoned me, and then he was mad because I was telling him about it. I exposed him to his face and he couldn't even handle it. He was like, no, 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 that's not what happened, or some attitude like that. Like he didn't want to hear me tell him the truth. And his ass so fucking stupid, he'll still try the same shit again. Retarded ass nigga, gonna check his own self into the psychiatric hospital and come out cursing me out because I didn't answer the phone after 4 minutes of him calling me because I was in the store and left my phone in the car. I don't carry my phone everywhere I go. I'm not attached to my phone like a lot of motherfuckers are. Neither am I attached to social media like that. The only one, like my Facebook and shit. Somebody was complaining about me not responding on Facebook. I don't like Facebook. I don't really fuck with Facebook. There's a bunch of demons on there. It's good for people who market and stuff. But half of the time they run into the problems that they run into with their business because they fucking with people who's gang stalkers. Demons. Evil, wicked spirits. So yeah, I'm just trying to say how these people mess up every time. They try to figure it out and then you try to send the person in to get information from me by the questions they ask. You don't even realize how I'm gonna know. Like you're so dumb. How you gonna watch me and study me and still fuck up and fail? That's what I was asking myself last night and a few months ago. I was like, how the fuck they gonna watch me and stalk me and study me and still fuck up and not know how to come in the right way? It's like that just show how retarded y'all ass is, cause it ain't supposed to happen. Stupid motherfuckers.